Everything changes in just a few seconds. The new trailer for Heartland Season 19, Episode 7 has sent shockwaves through the entire fan base. There's a heavy silence in the scenes, a feeling that something painful is coming. And the moment you see it, your heart sinks. This isn't just another episode preview. This is a warning that the family we've followed. The trailer opens with a chilling stillness across Heartland Ranch. The sky looks darker, the wind quieter, and the atmosphere feels heavy, almost like the land itself knows something terrible is coming. There's no soft music, no gentle build-up. Instead, you hear the echo of footsteps, slow, unsure, uneasy. Already, it feels different from any Heartland trailer we've seen in a long time. The camera lingers on Amy for a moment, and even though she doesn't say a single word, her face tells us everything. Her eyes look distant, filled with worry, as if she's just heard something she never expected. The trailer doesn't reveal what she's looking at, but the silence around her makes the moment even more intense. You can almost feel her heart racing. It's the kind of tension that sits deep in your chest, the kind that tells you something is very wrong. Then we cut to Jack, standing near the barn with a look we rarely see from him, fear mixed with heartbreak. His usual strength seems shaken, and for him to appear this vulnerable, that alone is enough to make fans nervous. Jack is the pillar of Heartland, the one who holds everything together. And when he looks this worried, you know the situation is serious. The trailer doesn't give us his dialogue. Instead, we hear only the sound of a distant door slamming, echoing like a warning. The scene shifts again, showing the horses reacting with unusual restlessness. They pace, they snort, they pull at their reins, as if sensing the same danger the audience feels. Heartland has always used animals to show emotional tension, and here, they're practically screaming that something devastating is looming. And just when you think the tension can't rise any higher, the trailer cuts to black. A single line appears on the screen, simple and painfully direct. This changes everything. It's not flashy. It's not loud. It's quiet, cold, and final. Paired with the stunned expressions we just saw, it hits harder than any dramatic twist could. Heartland isn't hinting at a small family problem this time. It's teasing a moment that could break the entire season wide open. For years is about to face one of their toughest trials yet. The trailer wastes no time pulling us deeper into the storm. In Section 2, everything becomes sharper, heavier, and far more unsettling. We see Heartland Ranch like we've never seen it before, quiet, still, and almost afraid. It's the kind of silence that doesn't feel peaceful. It feels like the moment before thunder hits, when the air is tight and every sound echoes louder than it should. The next shot shows Amy walking toward the barn. But this time her steps are slow and uncertain. Usually, she moves with purpose, confident, steady, sure of herself. But here, her head is slightly lowered, and her shoulders look tense, like she's carrying something she's not ready to face. The trailer doesn't reveal what she's walking toward, but the dread in her body language tells us it's something serious. She pauses at the doorway, breathing in deeply, as if preparing herself for the truth waiting inside. Then the scene shifts, giving us a glimpse of Tim. He's standing near the gate, frozen in place. For a man who usually acts before he thinks, the stillness is unsettling. His face is tight with frustration, almost guilt, like he's replaying a mistake in his mind. Something has shaken him so deeply that even his anger is quiet, contained, but boiling under the surface. The trailer hints at a strained conversation, voices raised but muffled. We can't hear the words, but the tension in the air makes it clear. Whatever is happening has ripped open old wounds. The trailer cuts again, this time showing Lou sitting alone at the kitchen table, her hands clasped tightly. She looks like she's waiting for news she desperately doesn't want to hear. The camera stays on her for an uncomfortably long moment, letting us see the fear in her eyes. Lou is usually the strong emotional anchor of the family, but here she looks lost, scared, unsure how to hold everything together. A distant storm rumble plays softly in the background, not loud. It's not dramatic, but enough to send a shiver down your spine. Heartland is telling us something without saying it directly. Trouble is coming, and the family won't be able to stop it. The section ends with one haunting image, the Heartland sign swaying in the wind, creaking like it's warning us of what's to come. No explosions, no dramatic music, just quiet dread settling over everything. And for fans, that silence is more terrifying than any loud twist could ever be. In this part of the trailer, everything shifts. The pace slows, the sound drops, and suddenly the entire screen feels heavier, as if the show wants you to feel the weight of what's coming. This isn't just tension anymore. This is the moment where the trailer grabs you by the chest and refuses to let go. It begins with a single shot, a door left half open. Light spills through the crack, but it's not warm or comforting. It's pale, almost cold, like the kind of light that belongs in a place where bad news waits. The camera doesn't show what's inside the room, but the way the light hits the floor makes it clear something important happened here. Something that will shake the family to their core. Then comes the sound of shaky breath. Not loud, not clear, but enough to raise every hair on your arms. The camera shifts to Amy again, and this time her face is pale, her eyes wide with disbelief. She's not crying, she's not breaking down, but the shock in her expression is louder than any scream. It's the look of someone who just realized life is about to split into two parts. Before this moment, and after. The next clip is just as haunting. Jack steps into frame, but he doesn't speak. He just stands there with a hand on the doorframe, his shoulders sagging like the weight of the world has finally proven too much. We've seen Jack angry, scared, frustrated, but this is different. This is defeat. This is heartbreak. This is the moment fans will replay over and over, trying to understand what he's seeing that's shaken him so deeply. A soft thud echoes from somewhere off-screen, as if something or someone has fallen or been dropped. The sound is faint, but it fills the silence with a sense of dread. Lou appears next, covering her mouth with her hand, her eyes filling with tears she can barely hold back. She takes a step backward, like whatever she's looking at is too painful to face. The trailer doesn't give us answers. It only gives us reactions, raw, terrified, heartbreaking reactions that leave us desperately trying to piece the clues together. And that's exactly what makes this moment so powerful. We don't see the tragedy. We only see how deeply it affects the people we followed for nearly 2 decades. As the scene fades, a sharp gust of wind rattles the ranch windows, as if the whole world is shaking with them. The screen cuts to black again, leaving the audience stunned, breathless, and full of fear about what Episode 7 is about to reveal. The trailer moves into the next set of scenes like a slow, sinking weight, showing us how deeply this unseen tragedy is shaking the Heartland family. This section doesn't rely on Shokit's power, comes from quiet reactions. From the kind of emotional hits that land softly but hurt the most. It begins with Amy stepping out of the barn, her hands trembling just slightly. She wipes her palms against her jeans, but the shaky movement gives her away. She's trying to stay strong, trying to breathe, trying to act like she can handle whatever is happening, but the fear in her eyes tells another story. This is the kind of pain that slips past walls you thought were unbreakable. Then the trailer cuts to Jack again, this time sitting alone on the porch, elbows on his knees, head bowed low. He's rubbing his hands together slowly, almost nervously. Jack never lets the world see him like this. He's the tough one, the steady one. But right now, he looks small, tired, and completely defeated. The silence around him is so heavy it practically becomes a character of its own. Even the rocking chair beside him stays still. It's like the ranch itself is holding its breath. Next, we see Lou standing by the kitchen window, staring out at the yard. Her reflection in the glass looks lost, as if she's searching for someone or something she wishes she could fix. She touches the window frame lightly, the same way someone touches a photo of a person they're afraid to lose. It's a slow, tender moment that tells us more than any line of dialogue ever could. And then there's Tim. The trailer gives us only a few seconds of him, but those seconds are enough to hit hard. He's pacing the length of the yard, jaw tight, fists clenching and unclenching. He stops suddenly, staring at the ground like he's trying to pull himself together. But his breath catches, and his eyes look glassy like he's seconds away from breaking. It's rare to see Tim vulnerable. The fact that he's this shaken means whatever happened cuts deep. The horses react again, pacing, restless, uneasy. As Tim reaches out to calm one of them, the horse pulls back, snorting loudly. Even they can sense the emotional storm running through the ranch. And Heartland has always used the horses as mirrors to the family's hearts. So when they're this unsettled, we know the situation is serious. A soft piano note plays a single. Lonely sounding, the trailer shifts back to Amy. She closes her eyes, takes a breath, and whispers something we can't hear. Her lips barely move, but the expression on her face shows. This is the point in the trailer where everything tightens, where the music drops into a deep, hello echo, and the screen shifts into slower, heavier shots. It's clear the editors want us to feel one thing: something terrible has happened. And the family is standing at the edge of it. The scene opens with a close-up of Amy's boots stepping into the dirt. The ground is uneven, scattered with hay and something else. Something small and unsettling. The camera never zooms in enough to show what it is, but the shape alone sends a cold, sharp chill through you. Amy kneels down slowly, like she's afraid of what she'll see next. Her breathing gets louder, unsteady, almost shaking the quiet around her. She reaches forward, but stops, her hand hovering in the air, frozen by fear. The trailer refuses to show what she's looking at. Instead, it cuts away, making the moment twice as painful. Then the scene shifts to Jack. He's standing in the doorway of the barn, gripping the frame so hard his knuckles turn white. His eyes don't blink. His jaw tightens. He looks like a man watching his worst fear unfold right in front of him. The camera moves closer to his face, and for a split second, we see something break inside him, something small but unmistakable. It's the expression of someone who realizes life will not be the same when this day ends. A sudden bang echoes in the background, a gate slamming shut. It's loud enough to make Lou jump in the next shot. She rushes toward the sound, panic written all over her face. Her hand presses against her chest, like she's trying to steady her heartbeat. She calls out, but the trailer mutes her voice, placing it with an eerie ringing sound, like ears filling with shock. That's when Tim appears again, this time running. Not walking, not pacing, running. And Tim never runs unless something is seriously wrong. His breathing is sharp, his eyes wide with dread. He shouts something toward Jack, but once again the words are muted, adding to the haunting atmosphere. Whatever he's yelling, it's urgent, and it's terrifying. And then comes the shot that truly devastates. A single glove lying in the dirt. It's not bloodied. It's not torn. It's just they're out of place, abandoned, wrong. Heartland doesn't use gore or shock. It uses symbolism, and this symbol. This one lands like a punch. It hints at a moment the trailer refuses to show directly, but it's enough to make fans gasp. Enough to spark fear. Enough to make you realize Episode 7 is about to hit the family harder than ever before. The music fades to almost nothing. The camera closes in on Amy once more. A tear slips down her cheek, not dramatic, not forced, but quiet and hopeless. She whispers a single word, too soft to hear, and the screen cuts to black. A final line appears. You can't prepare for what comes next. And just like that, the devastation is set. The mystery is sealed, and every viewer is left in stunned silence, knowing Episode 7 is going to break hearts as soon as the trailer ends. The internet explodes with theories, some heartbreaking, some terrifying, and some so painfully believable that fans don't even want to think about them. This section of the video focuses on that rising storm of speculation, the kind that grows louder every hour because the trailer left too many clues and too many fears unspoken. The first major theory centers around Amy's reaction. Fans point out how her face isn't just shocked, it's shattered. She looks like someone seeing the unthinkable. The close-up of her frozen hand suggests she's facing something deeply personal, something that hits at the heart of who she is. Some fans wonder if this moment involves someone she loves. Others think it's connected to one of the horses she's bonded with. The silence around her, seen only, fuels the speculation, making every tiny detail feel like a clue. Then there's Jack. His expression has become the center of dozens of online discussions. It's not fear. It's not anger. It's the kind of heartbreak he only shows when the family is about to face something life-changing. Because of this, many fans believe the devastating moment isn't just about a single character. It's about the entire Heartland family being shaken by a loss or a danger they never expected. His stillness, the way he grips the doorframe, the way he refuses to look away at all hints at a moment too heavy to ignore. One of the most popular theories revolves around Tim. His sudden sprint in the trailer has fans alarmed. People are asking, what did he see? Who is he trying to reach? What made him react like that? Tim is stubborn, strong, and always in control of his emotions, even when he's angry. But panic? That's rare. And the rare moments always mean something big. A few fans fear the tragedy might involve someone close to him. It's forcing him to confront guilt or a past mistake. Another theory focuses on the glove left in the dirt. It might seem small, but Heartland fans know nothing is ever placed at random. Some believe the glove is a symbol of an accident, maybe something unexpected, something sudden. And because the trailer refuses to show what actually happened, viewers are left to fill in the blanks with their own fears, making the moment 10 times heavier. There are also softer theories, ones that don't focus on danger but on emotional breaking points. Some fans think the family may be facing a difficult decision, something that tears them apart emotionally, even if everyone stays physically safe. A secret revealed, a promise broken, a truth uncovered at the worst possible moment. Whatever the theory, one thing is clear: the trailer was designed to create fear. It was designed to make fans feel the weight of something that could alter the rest of the season. And based on the reactions online, it's working maybe a little too well. People are nervous. People are emotional. People are preparing themselves for an episode that might leave them in pieces. But the scariest part, every theory, even the gentlest one, points toward one truth. Episode 7 is built to break hearts. As the trailer reaches its final seconds, one thing becomes painfully clear. Episode 7 isn't just another chapter in Season 19. It's a turning point, one that could shift the direction of the entire series. Everything about the way the trailer is edited, from the slow cuts to the heavy silence, tells us that the Heartland family is standing at the edge of a moment that will follow them long after this episode ends. The closing shots pull back from the emotional chaos, giving us a wide view of the ranch. But instead of its usual warmth, the land looks lonely quiet in a way that almost hurts. The fences stand still. The fields seem drained of their color. Even the sky looks tired, hanging low as if it's carrying the same weight the characters are. It's a brutal reminder that Heartland isn't untouched by pain. This place that usually brings comfort is now holding a secret too heavy to hide. Amy appears one last time, her back turned to the camera. She's standing near the paddock, arms wrapped around herself. She isn't crying, not anymore. She looks like someone who's run out of tears and is now trying to hold herself together through sheer will. Her stillness is louder than any dialogue could ever be. It says she knows what's coming next, and she knows it won't be easy. Jack joins her in the distance. He stops a few steps behind her, like he wants to help but doesn't know how. His shoulders slump, and he lowers his head, accepting that even he can't fix what's happening this time. That moment, the two of them standing in the same frame but feeling miles apart, says more than any words. It shows how deeply the family has been shaken, how vulnerable they all are. Lou steps out onto the porch, gripping the railing. The wind lifts her hair slightly, but she doesn't move. She just watches the others, as if hoping that by standing still and breathing carefully, she can keep the situation from falling apart even more. But the fear in her eyes betrays her. She knows this moment is only the beginning. Tim appears briefly in the background. He's walking slowly now, not pacing, not running, just moving with the heavy steps of someone who has accepted a harsh truth. He rubs his face, lets out a long breath, and stares at the ground. Whatever happened, whatever this episode is building toward, it's enough to break even him. The final frame is silent. No music, no narration, just a black screen with one chilling message. Episode 7. Everything changes. It doesn't explain. It doesn't reassure. It simply warns. And that's what makes this trailer so devastating. It doesn't show the tragedy, it shows the impact of it. And sometimes, that's far more powerful. Episode 7 is coming, and Heartland fans everywhere are bracing themselves. Because if the trailer is this emotional, the episode itself might be unforgettable in the most heartbreaking way.